So I am going to use a 5.5, and this recommends, let's see here, a 4. This is medium weight. A 5.5 it recommends that you use. I have it upside down here. I can read upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and use this 5.5, and I have my scissors here, and let's go ahead and get started. I think this is really beginner friendly, and you'll be able to keep up probably no problem at all. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put our yarn on our hook, and what I like to do is make a slip knot. And put it on my hook here. And I'm going to chain how many, like if the hat's like this is the head, how many chains you want your rim to be. So I am going to chain 15. Okay, so this is how long the rim of my hat is going to be. I'm going to turn, I'm going to not go into the same stitch that this is in, of course. I'm going to go into the next stitch, and I'm going to single crochet all the way to the end. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth, and we're only going to use the back loops. So we're going to do a single crochet in the back loops only. But I am doing this the easy way and just not turning it and going in the back loops. I just like to go in this loop. And then when I join, I find that it leaves a really nice, it goes together really nice, and you can't even hardly see where the seam was. So let's go ahead and do that. And you're going to do that until your brim gets the width of your head. And when you put it on your head or a child's head, you just want to remember that you don't want it to fit too perfect, because you want it to be pretty tight to go around their head. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back. So now that you've went all the way around, or made it as long as you wanted it, excuse me, you are going to want to sew it together. So put your pieces together and you're going to slip stitch them together. So you're just going to go into the back loop of the front piece, and the back piece for me is where I started. So I'm just going to go through one of those loops and do the slip stitch. And I'm going to do that all the way to the end. And then when you get to the end, you're going to chain one and then chain another, so total of two, and then we will start making our base for around the hat.
Great, so we went all the way around doing the half double crochet. Now we're going to chain 3, and we are going to do a double crochet, double stitch in each stitch all the way around.
So I know I've started all my hats like this. I really like this style and how it clings to your ears when you put it on. And I've been doing a lot of the front and back posts, so we're going to do that again, but we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to start by going in the front post, and then I'm going to go in the back post just like I usually do, and that's going to be our repeat pattern all the way around. And then after we do that and come around, we will do something a little different. So this is really easy now that we have these double crochets. You just go all the way through them, pull the yarn through, and complete your double crochet. I just like this stitch. You know how sometimes you do something that's just satisfying, and I find this stitch satisfying. It works up quick, and I gotta say the mosaic is my favorite, but this is becoming my quick second favorite. So I'm just going to do this all the way around. I went all the way around, and I'm going to go ahead and join. I'm not going to go in this chain 3. I'm going to go in the top of this first stitch. I'm going to go in the back loops, and I'm going to do that slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do something a little different. So every place where we went into the front post, we would usually go into the same ones. We're going to do the opposite. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to do a back loop in the last front. And the next one, where we did the back loop, we're going to go in and bring it to the front. So we're just going to do it backwards. Oops. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, just got to pay close attention. Oops, I almost did it again. Okay. So we're just doing the opposite. I'm going to pay close attention to that. So you're going to do that this round, and we're going to do it 4 more rounds. So for a total of 6, because there's 1, 2, and then we'll do 4 more for a total of a 6 count. And then I will see you back here. So I went around, and I took this and tried this on my granddaughter's head, and it fits her really well. And it is big enough now that I can start decreasing for her head. So make sure you try it on your head. Of course, everyone's head is different. And so I made my chain and went in the back loops back and forth. And I did a single crochet, and now I'm doing front back loops. And then when I go around again, I did it in the opposite. Like instead of going in the front loop, I went in the back loop instead. And I really like the pattern that it gave. I think it looks beautiful. And so we have our single crochet right here, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you need it to make your hat longer, you could just keep going around. But I know that I'm ready to go ahead and start decreasing. So I'm going to chain 2. And I am going to go into, so if I was just going to continue, I would go in the back here with my double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and pull it through, and I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to go over again my hook, and this is a back, so I'm going to go into the front, grab it and pull it through. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I grab my yarn. I'm going to take it through all of them until I only have 2 on my hook. I'm going to grab it and go through those last 2. Now this is a front, so I'm going to go in the back. I'm just going to do 1 single. And then this is a back one, so I'm going to go into the front. So I did 2 of my front and back posts, and then now I'm going to do another decrease. And so I'm going to go in the back here, pull my yarn through, 3 loops, yarn over, going to go in the front post of my next one, pull my yarn through. So now I have 5. I'm going to grab my yarn and take it through 4 of them, and I have 2 left. Grab my yarn and take it through. So you can see it's already starting like to get a little tight. And I'm going to do 2. Oops, Emily. This is a front, so I'm going to go in the back. One of the next ones. So I did my 2 double crochets, and I'm going to decrease again. Pull my yarn up. I have 3. My yarn over. Pull it through. I have 5. Grab my yarn and go through 4, and now I have 2. Grab my yarn and pull it through those. So go ahead and do that all the way around. I went all the way around, and I'm going to go ahead and join it at the top here of that first stitch. I'm going to go in through both loops, and I can see that it is starting to go in really nicely and right away, which is what I wanted. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to go all the way around. Just I'm not going to do any decreases in this round. So just go ahead and go around. If you have 2 that are in this, that, you know, just kind of because it might not come out, just keep going every other one. See, here I have a front and a back, and I just did a back. So I'm going to do a front here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a front here. I'm going to do a back. I mean, if you can do a back front all the way around, that would be great. but you might have to see I have a back and a front, so I'm going to do another back one here. And a front. So I went all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and go right here to this top stitch, right where your first stitch is, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. And this looks like it's curving in really nicely. It looks really good, and I really love this pattern here. It's really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do a decrease row. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did the previous row. I'm going to start right off the bat with just doing 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then I'm going to decrease 2, well 1. I'm going to go in the back loop here. I'm going to pull up, yarn over, go into the next one and pull up, and I'll have 5. I'm going to grab my yarn, go through 4. I have 2 loops, grab that, go through it, and we're going to do that all the way around. I went all the way around, and I am going to make a flat top. So I'm just going to put it together like this, lay it flat, and see how it's curving up. I really like that look. And I'm just going to start to go ahead and go across here. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to go into the front 2 of this one in both loops to the back. Pull my yarn through, oops. Pull my yarn through, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to do that all the way across. Take it through 2, take it through 2, and do a slip stitch. And I'm just going to do that all the way across. And then when I get to the end, I'm just going to tie it off. And since the top is flat, I don't have to worry about putting anything on the top. And it's just going to be super duper cute. And you can see here that I'm just going to continue all the way across. And then when I go in my last stitch here, I'm going to pull it up and tie it in a knot. I do love my knots. And then I'll just pull these ends inside of the hat. And you have a beautiful hat. This is for my gorgeous granddaughter. All these sparkles are going to be absolutely beautiful on her. Thank you for watching. Please stay till the total end. And I hope you liked the tutorial. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I have 47 subscribers and really appreciate every single one of you. And I hope that you like all these hats I've been making. Thank you very much. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.